All right, in this video, I'm going to go more into the posts. Now, the difference between I explained about, the pages are, for example, just like in the Who We Are, where it's just one body of text and some images. So basically in this template and then this one main content area. So this is a page. The home page is controlled mainly by posts. So for example, this slide is one post. This second slide is a post, and the third slide is a post. Each of these latest news, it's each its own post. And then even this, the Synod office hours and contact information, that is also a post. So one of the differences between pages and posts is the fact that posts can be categorized. So I'm going to flip back over here into the admin area and just pull up the listing of posts. Again, this menu can be collapsed and expanded by this arrow here. So there's a little bit more here. We've got all posts, which what we're viewing right now. And then we can add a new post and seeing the list of categories as well as all the tags. On this listing, these are all the posts that have already been entered. So we have the title, author, which isn't as important unless we start doing like a kind of a group blog. But those capabilities are for later on down the road. Right now, we don't really utilize that. Categories, tags, this is the amount of comments. Again, we're not really utilizing the comments, the date published, and the number of attachments. Also, the post thumbnail is over here. Again, any of these can be turned on and off in the screen options. So we can turn off author and gives us some more room, especially if we're on a small screen. That's helpful to kind of clean things up. So let's take a look right now through the categories here. I'll actually go to the categories page, which shows a pretty good explanation. It shows the hierarchy of the categories. I have set up a category called homepage stuff. It contains the categories of all this stuff. The homepage intro, this is basically and I have a little description here. So the info paragraph on the homepage right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is the intro. Okay. The homepage slideshow is this area here with all these different slides. And the homepage Synod office info is this information here on the right. On the right side over here. And then the news, these are showing up on this left side, as well as under the news and stories page here on that main nav. But I'm going to focus right now on the homepage, the three spots that are the homepage. So basically from here on up. So here we go. I can look at my all posts, and one really nice thing about this now, if we get a whole bunch of posts in here at some point, we can filter by category. So I'm just going to I just want to see the homepage intro. So I'm going to check that and hit filter. Now what this is going to show me is just this one post. The reason being is this will only show the last post. So if, for example, I were to create a new post and check the category homepage intro, it would push this one off the screen. So it would be off the website, but it would still be in the back end, but it wouldn't be visible anywhere. So the other one would just replace this. When it comes to the same thing happens with this Synod office information. So with these two, I would like to recommend that instead of creating a new post, if you want to edit it, we can edit the information directly, on this already published post. So if I click on the title, it brings me to my post editing screen. Notice it looks very similar to the edit page screen, except for the fact that it is a post. And a couple things that are, this title, body, excerpt, that is all kind of the same. One difference here is now we have the categories on the right-hand side. So this is very important that if we want this to show up on the website as the homepage intro, we need to make sure to check that homepage intro. The other difference is here we've got post tags. So it's another way of filtering through the entries. This is more used in the news section where we can take all of what the subject of the post is and take some of those keywords out and use them as the post tags. And we don't need to worry about, for the homepage intro and the homepage Synod office info, we do not need to worry about this slide links to. This is only for the homepage slideshow, and I will show you that in a minute. So basically, it's the same kind of concept as editing any of the pages. We still have all our edit. We can add images, etc. So this one and the Synod office info is pretty straightforward. The homepage slideshow is a little bit more complex. So I'm going to click on this latest one, which is with the Learn at Lunch, that is also in the slideshow. So here I have just a short little blurb and a link, and this goes to the event page. And then I also have this copied and pasted into the excerpt. If, for example, this page or this content is longer than, well, let's say this is maybe a sentence and a half or 2 sentences. If it's more than this, then I would add an excerpt or a shortened version of that here in the excerpt. Then the featured image, remember the featured image on the pages showed on that thumbnail and as that larger image above the title. Here the featured image actually is this main image on the slide. So it's even more important to have a featured image for each of these posts in the homepage slideshow category. Say that 5 times fast, because otherwise it's just going to show nothing here and then some text. So, and that doesn't make for a very good slideshow. Then I also have here the slide links to. That means this is going, so when I click on this image as well as the read more, that's where that's going to link to. So whatever it is highlighting, so for in this example, it is highlighting this event, which I got this URL right here, /event/poverty picture Milwaukee. And I put it here in this area over here in the slide links to. And that means that now when I click on that photo, it's going to go to that address. There's ways to get a link of something. For example, here, this permalink, I can just copy and paste this into the slide links to if that was the link that I needed to. So if you want to link it to an existing page on the website, you can do it that way. Or, for example, just going to the page. Let's say we want to link it to the Synod Constitution and Bylaws page, and then just grab this whole thing and copy, and then we can paste it right in here. So, and then that's going to, now it's got the http:// the whole address, and that would go to that page as opposed to the event page. I'm not going to do that because I would rather it go to the event. So, and this also, I have set another category under news called, Learn at Lunch, which is why it shows up not only in the slideshow, but also in the latest news. This is something that we can do so we can take things off of the slideshow and then keep them in the latest news. But then when let's say the event is coming up, or registration is due, or there's something important, we can add it to the slideshow to bring some extra attention to it in case if it gets kind of buried here. Because notice it's going to keep pushing any entries down the page when new ones are added in the latest news section. With the slideshow, this will actually max out, and it's good to kind of keep this between a maximum of maybe 5 to 8. Any more than that, it's going to slow down the page, the loading time of the page, and also people aren't going to sit here long enough, because each of these, I think it's at around 7 seconds. People aren't going to sit here and watch a slideshow. It is something that should be, 3 to 5 things to highlight, and then swap them out as we need to. So that is an existing post in the slideshow. In the next video, I'll actually go more into detail in the news section.